Hey team, and oh, hello Kobe. And welcome back to my channel. I am testing out a couple new places to film in my house, so apparently this one is one where the dog will want to join in. So excuse dog legs and butt. Kobe. Today I wanted to talk about all of my planning stuff that I'm doing for 2020. So I have gone in, and as you know, if you've been here before, I love planning, I love organization. I think that it's really easy to get to where you want to be if you can plan it. It kind of gets you there faster. So I have already gone out and purchased my 2020 stationery, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to share all of my planning stuff with you. In 2019, you guys have probably seen this before, I had two planners. I like to keep like a little pocket one. And I found this really useful. It wasn't big enough to be able to put a lot of stuff for my day in, but it was really good for keeping in my backpack, like my little backpack which goes with me everywhere. And then I can just note stuff down when it pops up. For some people, they like to use their phone, but because I'm trying to use my phone less in my life, I found this to be really useful. So this is all of my dates as they pop up. Are you free for something? Let me just check. Will go into here. And then when I got home, I would just transfer them onto my wall calendar. I do have a replacement mini for my 2020, and it's great. It also has, which my original one didn't, it has a month breakdown. I found that I wanted to be able to do a cursory glance rather than flick through week to week when people ask me about availability, or if I had to kind of go, when am I on tour, that I could flick into that sort of mode. And then also in 2019, I had this love. I, for someone who loves organization, am incredibly poor at managing my time. I always assume that there's more time in the day than there actually is in any given day. I am more likely to give myself too many tasks to do and assume that they are able to be completed with the amount of hours I have in a day. But it's simply not feasible. And then I would find myself getting very, feeling a little upset about how much I could achieve, when really it was simply that I didn't budget enough time. So having this guy, which is a daily breakdown, so that I could calendar block out time, has been really good for me. So that I can actually slot in chunks of time dedicated to certain things. I got a replacement for that. So this is just another typo diary like that one was, and it's the exact same thing. It is large chunk daily breakdowns. Oh, of course, also in major day planning, I got myself a new calendar, which is all like, be strong, be awesome, be fearless, all that kind of stuff. But I've decided that my calendar, originally it was sort of like in my kitchen. I'm now going to use a trick that my mum used to do, which is hang the calendar off the toilet door. Because it's a space that you use every day and you've got nothing else to look at. So it reminds you of things that you have on. Alright, next. The life admin journal. My to-do list always was in whatever leftover notepads we had around the house because I'm trying to get rid of them. And I have come to the end of that journey. I am out of to-do list books. So I was able to purchase one with a specific reason. So this is now going to become my book that in it goes all of my daily to-do list. So it's always in one spot. There's also a structure there for notes about meetings or ideas or things that you have, so that I don't need an ideas book either. I can just go in here. Super jazzed to use that. And then the last one that I got is called the Life Map. So this one is by Michelle B, which if you guys are into intentional living and productivity and living life by your own design, which if you can't tell by my channel, I am, she is fantastic. So this is her, I'll link her channel below so you can go and support her channel. But this is her kind of daily life plan. So it is massive. It's got a lot of kind of like activities of things that you can do. It's got a lot of how to dream, how to get from your dream to actually achieving it. It's got a 12-week plan in there. I already kind of have a 12-week plan system, but I'm always down to discover new ways of doing things. It's got lists, it's got stop, start, continue exercises. It is just full of goodness. So, very jazzed about starting that as well. So this life map is more about overarching life design and where you want, the trajectory you want your life to take. Really excited about that. This seems like a lot for an average person, I guess. This amount for a year. But it's a system that I've tried and tried again, and it's the one that I find works best for me. If you're the kind of person that likes digital, already you probably won't be needing these 3. If you kind of are the person that likes the Google Calendar brand and you like to have it on your phone, which is, your phone is this, your Google Calendar is this. That's it. If you put your Google Calendar into day list, it's this. I just prefer to have physical copies. So I'll kind of get up, I'll do my morning routine, I'll make myself a cup of coffee, and then I'll sit down and plan out my day. So I'll review what I have on, I'll make it into a to-do list for the day, and then I'll plan out when those actions have to take place in hours. And then this guy, I'm just keen to start because I think the more, even if the resource isn't one that suits you, I think the more you take the time to sit down and consider your life and consider where you want your life to go, the more likely it is you will get there. It can only go positively if you can envision it. But I thoroughly recommend you get on top of your planners for the year. I love stationery and it looks really nice on my shelf. Start of a new decade. I also turned 30, so it's the start of a new decade in 2 ways for me. If organization and productive living and minimalism are your jam, because here I'm all about living by your own design, then consider subscribing, and before you go, don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe, paint a mural of my face, all of that good stuff, and have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Peace.